I'm always on the other side, and then now here I am on this side, looking out to everyone.
I'm pressing the button. I'm like, have we gone live? There's always that few second delay. But everyone sees you. They should see you because you're amazing and you're awesome and you're so sweet and positive.
Oh.
Maybe we're live. Maybe we're not. I see. Maybe. I don't know. If we are, hello, everyone. If not, I don't know what's going on with this little YouTube delay. I mean, as far as I can tell, it says we're live in StreamYard.
Yep. I'm pretty sure we're live. Yeah.
Hey, yes, we are live. Okay. I don't know why it's showing then. I see. Okay. There we go. I had that weird delay with YouTube. That was awkward. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Apologies for the awkwardness with the opening. Oh boy. Technology, you just got to go with it, I guess.
Yeah.
And obviously people are already welcoming you. Yes, we got to give Ben like a huge round of applause and hugs, virtual hugs. I mean, you were so sweet to co-host with me tonight. I'm so excited. I adore him so much, y'all. If you aren't following him on Instagram and Twitter, you were missing out on like the kindest, most positive person in the world. He is adorable. Aww. I know, he's so prepared. Look at that backdrop. I was complimenting him on that too. Like, look at him. He's like got his microphone. He's got the earbuds. He is ready for this.
So ready. And thank you so much for having me. Like, it's a shock just watching you every month, and now like I'm here and it's like, what's going on? But yes,
I'm honored. It's my privilege and honor. Like, I'm so happy I get to chat with you. I mean, when you comment, you're always so sweet and positive, and you make like my heart so happy when I see them. Like, oh, he's so like, you're so positive when it comes to cozies and just things in general. I'm like, you are such a sweetheart. Like, I'm so happy I actually get to talk to you now instead of like, oh, I'm gonna go back on Twitter. There it is. It's like, hey, instead of the delayed reaction, finally doing one-on-one live.
Yeah. It's so nice. It's like I was telling you earlier, like, you know, like, I feel like I know you, even though I only know you through like virtual interactions, but like, you know, it just feels so like comfortable.
I know. Yeah. It's like I'm like, I don't feel like I know you. I'm like, I do know you. Like I'm doing like the virtual friend like hug. See, Max jumps up right on time. He's like, yeah, we know. Want to say hi?
Oh no, he's not feeling that.
He dropped his treat.
Oh.
He's like, he wants attention. He's like, how dare you have fun with someone who's not me? Let's see if he's going to come back up now. He gets jealous. He's very possessive. He might be like, 5. Yeah. Like they were saying, you're the diva with the background. Like, this dog is just diva. Like, it's not the diva funness. It's like he's real diva. Like Natasha Diva.
The Natasha Diva. Yeah.
Yeah, see, now he's on the lap. I'm going to try and angle so you guys can see. So he's going to be here all night. He has his treat back. He's all good.
Oh, Max.
I know. So we were talking a little bit before. I mean, you love the book. I love seeing like your comments. I mean, everyone seems to be loving this.
I'm so glad.
Oh my gosh, so many comments. I don't even know where to start. Everyone seems just so excited about this book. Like, I mean, where do you want to start? Because I mean,
let's just dive in, right?
I know. I mean, this is so exciting to me to see how much everyone loves this book. Nick saying she wants to stay at Sophie's house. And then Jennifer saying she wants to go read more in the series. And you're so cute. You're like, I want to stay at the house too. I mean, I live in DC, so like I can picture the area she's talking about. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say, you, when I read it, you're in DC, so you kind of are familiar with the area. Yeah.
It was so awesome. It was so funny when she mentioned Georgetown. I was like, hey, that's me. That's my area. Oh. I was so excited. I mean, I don't really go across the bridge. I don't really, visit that part too often, especially now with COVID. I mean, I'm one of those people, like I haven't left in months. Like, it's one of those
hunkered in. We're fine. We're good. You have Max, you're fine. Like, you don't need books, Max.
I get my priorities, I got my little guy. Plenty of books for company. But yeah, no, I mean, it's so funny because I can picture it and I have been there. So it was kind of nice. Like, hey, I feel like I have a connection to this. I mean, now I kind of want to go visit that area, but obviously I won't do that for a little while. But yeah, because I've been in DC for like 6 years now. So it was kind of fun for me to get to read about something a little bit closer to home.
Oh. And Nick says also he's from Eastern Market, which I don't.
Okay, I'm like, all these comments. This is so exciting. Oh my goodness. Everyone loves you. Oh my goodness. So many comments. I know. So you got the cooking. I mean, I don't really cook, but now I kind of wish that because what was it? Her recipe? It was the cornbread, or she had there's Chesapeake cornbread stuffing. I mean, there's all sorts
with bacon, right? I think they
yeah.
read it right. Yeah. Ooh.
No, yeah, at the very back of the book, I saw that. Yeah, the recipes. If anyone actually does one of these recipes, I would love to know. That would be amazing.
We need photos. I need I need photos because those look delicious.
So Nick is right. So you're on the market for a house in Old Town Alexandria. Yeah, those places. See, that's a nice area. Like, I mean, when she was talking about Mars, Marshall, however you want to refer to the ex-husband, I was like, it being his family, I'm going, you married into a good family there if you get to keep this house.
Yes, she kept the house. Like, it seems so cozy.
I also want to know, it took me a while to realize. I kind of had a delayed reaction. Like, is she living with the parents? Why are there so many people in this house so often?
That was the initial first reaction. But I was like, oh, I read it again. I was like, oh, okay, they're visiting. So she's there by herself with, I mean, maybe the ghost, you know.
Yeah, but, we'll get into that. I don't know if there's a dead ghost of Aunt Faye. Her ex aunt-in-law, June there, where she's talking to her sister, you know, her sister passed away. And there's a picture of the sister who passed away, whose house it was, and she's talking to her like she's sitting right next to her. We don't know if there's a ghost or not. If any, I don't know. Like, part of me wants to ask for spoilers. The other part of me is like, no, I'll get there in the series.
I'm sure maybe I'll touch on it again. I'm sure. Like,
okay, do you think there's a ghost? Because I'm kind of.
I think so. But I mean, she's not like, you know, evil or anything. It seems like she's there because, you know, it was her house, and because I mean, the cat saw it. That, you know, June talked to her, so you know, it's.
Oh no, it's like Casper, the friendly ghost.
Yeah, she's just there. She's just chilling, you know, in the kitchen.
Although I have to admit, I love the fact that it's like this is technically his family, but she got the house, so she's choosing the ex-wife to be a ghost.
She's like, I like her. She can stay here. It's fine.
even the aunt doesn't want to go with Natasha. Like, she's like, no, I'm not gonna haunt that house. I'm gonna haunt this one.
I mean, do you really want to haunt Natasha? Like, really?
Honestly, I was kind of waiting for her to be a victim. Like, I was kind of expecting to like stumble across her body in like one of the scenes.
No, she's so important. I was like, she can't die. Like, there's nothing can happen to her. Like, she'll probably be like a friend of me the whole time, I'm sure.
Oh no, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure in the entire series it's going to be one of those reoccurring characters. But every time she was giving me anxiety. I mean, I was reading on Goodreads, people were referring to her as the Martha Stewart-esque, and I'm going, oh my gosh, even Martha Stewart wasn't even doing this. They like barged in on Thanksgiving, and she wants to know where the nameplates are. You know,
yes, so she could discreetly move them around. I was like, ooh, okay, yeah.
I mean, this woman, I mean, I don't know, because I even posted this one over on Twitter. She's like, you can never leave the house, you know, in your bathrobe or, you know, untidy. Like, always have a brush ready, have extra mirrors so you can check. I'm going, I've been living in pajamas. Like, what are you talking about?
Who has time, right? Get up early, make sure your guests are, you know, if you have to work, make sure you get up a couple hours early so they have breakfast to eat. And or the gift bag. Did you read that part? The gift bag, like the electric toothbrush. I was like, are you gonna give them electric toothbrush?
Oh, that was in one of the openings, right? When it was
yeah.
I thought that was so funny. I think part of what I loved about the book was the back and forth when it came to the opening. So we have Natasha writing the most proper, this is what we do with home care. And then you have Sophie, he's like, this is really down to earth and laid back. I mean, total opposite. So, I mean, clearly we know whose advice column I would be looking into. And I don't know how spoiler alert we want to get with this, but I kind of, okay, I mean, this isn't major spoiler, but we find out that her new editor was having a background check done on her. And I'm going, I actually really like this, because if you're an advice columnist, you really don't want to have someone who has like a whole lot of skeletons giving you advice.
No,
I was kind of there for that background check, but I mean, I thought that was adorable. I'm like, yeah, you're checking, make sure she's, you know, legitimate, you know, good human being offering advice to others. I mean, so that kind of worked out for me. I want to now read her advice column on a regular basis.
I like the little bits because usually you have like a quote or something in the beginning of each chapter. I like the little, because it was a little more like in depth into the character, and you can just totally read it as like their person. It was a nice little touch for each chapter.
That was so there, my favorite was I think the one when she was talking about June. Someone wrote her like, my mother-in-law is moving in, and she's going, oh, this is what you'll do for them. And you can tell it was like grin and bear it, like, I don't want her to move in with me. I thought that was so funny.
The fact that she put plastic sheets.
Yes.
I was like, oh, so mean.
And for backhanded compliments, I mean, again, I was waiting for her to be a body because she's reminding me of the character that can get killed off because you're going, oh, I don't
like them. I don't like them.
Oh, you did. I mean, Natasha. I mean,
No. The best scene though is her reacting to June shopping in the teenager section, like flipping out, like hysterical.
That poor woman. I mean, honestly, I feel like for June's sake, they shouldn't get married just because she doesn't want her as a daughter-in-law. She's like, what? I can't wear silk. I mean, it wasn't as if
she can't look nice. It's just so sad. Like she just wants to ship her off to an old person home, like right away. Like get her out. That's what she wants to do.
Yeah, she did not want her around. And again, so spoiler alert, the entire book so after the competition, eventually, so you have Natasha and it's so weird to call him Mars. I mean, Marshall. I don't know.
Mars is such a, yeah.
Yeah, it's an odd nickname. It feels odd saying it. Doesn't really roll off the tongue. Their house actually burns down, and the entire book, she's blaming June. The entire book, every chance she has, she's mad at her.
And it's anytime she can bring it up, she brings it up.
And like literally every other scene that they're in together, she's like, and she burned my house down. Did you forget to burn my house down? Every single scene. It was just, I felt so bad for June. And it doesn't matter how many times she said, I didn't do it. It didn't matter. But then you find out it was Natasha's candles that she put on the stairs. And I loved that. I love it. Because I think it was an advice column too. Like she mentioned like to do that. And then her own advice burned her house down. Like this is why I was saying I love that they did a background check on Sophie. And I'm like, did anyone check out Natasha? I mean, I have so many questions.
She's starting fires, so yeah, someone needs to check her advice out.
Yeah, I mean, Natasha. I mean, she reminds me of that mean girl in high school where it's like, oh, that's a really pretty top, but for a thinner girl, like that.
It looks all right on you, like that's a nice choice for you.
I mean, even before their competition, she's doing that psych out. You never would have thought they were in their 40s. Never.
No.
Schoolers with that.
They're high schoolers. Like I was like, what is going on here?
Oh, karma for Natasha. Yeah, what does Mars see in Natasha? I don't think the book showed that, and I found it hard to believe. Yeah, so the only redeeming part was when they said she was volunteering at the soup kitchen. And so that was also kind of thrown in there. And then it was almost not taken away, but she was looking for her dad. So it wasn't as if she was there to be a good person. She's there because she's looking for someone.
No, that's what I was getting from it too. Like, yeah, she wasn't even a good person. She was looking for her dad. Like she had another motive to be there. Like,
yeah, I was waiting for her to be like, oh no, everyone what was it? The Mother Teresa quote, like, you see this in everybody. I felt like, oh, she sees her dad in all of those people, but no, she's actually looking for him amongst them. Oh goodness. I mean, I'm also super curious about the relationship when they were married, because if Sophie and Mars, like, I don't know how long they were together, and I'm not really sure if the book said, but like he would know about the frenemy. He would have listened to Sophie at some point tell stories about the crazy girl from high school, and he went straight to her. So I'm guessing he heard those stories, and he was like, like, no, she's my girl. Yeah, that sounds normal. I mean, you got to give Sophie credit. If I was her, I would be so annoyed with. They come to Thanksgiving dinner. I mean, so and his whole family too. His whole family, like not just them, like his whole family came. Like, I mean, that Natasha, that whole situation, I was cringing and like it was giving me anxiety. It really was. I was like having. She wanted that gold pen, and she was just like asking everyone if like you carry a gold pen, like naturally. It took me a second. Like, I have pens and markers everywhere in this apartment. Like, mugs are filled with them. Like, I have them everywhere. And even I was like, wait, gold pen. I'm looking around like, do I have a gold pen? And I'm going, I have every single color marker, Sharpie, everything. And I would have to go looking.
No.
But she has it right at the forefront of her purse, apparently.
She's grabbing leaves to make like named.
I have so many questions. Like, I mean, I want to know, was this based off of Martha Stewart and then taken up like 10 notches? I mean, where did this character come from?
That'd be awesome. That'd be really awesome.
I mean, we're seriously though, she's kind of, I don't even know what the word would be. I mean, high strung is underselling it.
Mm-hmm. There's moments where you feel bad, but then you're like, I don't know, like she's still, there's something there. Like,
even the ending, she's taking credit for being the sleuther. Oh, I solved it. She didn't solve anything.
No, she just happened to be there.
In fact, I think they also, I don't know how into the ending we want to get, but not ending, but she wanted the private detective to dig up dirt on one of the victims because she wanted a TV show. And so she's going, no, I wanted to find out something about him so we had common ground. I'm going, you wanted dirt. You were blackmailing. What are you talking? She
wanted that show so bad.
I mean, she wanted one of the victims. So Simon, he was having an affair with Vicky, and she's going, oh, Vicky, can you tell him to give me a TV show? And she's trying to bribe Vicky to go like get a show. I mean, that wasn't exactly kind-hearted.
No.
Oh my gosh, yes. So Nick, Natasha moves in down the street. Mars can sneak over to Sophie's when he wants her cookies. Seriously, out of all the places that they could move, they move in 2 houses over. Really?
I got so mad the whole time, everyone wanting, Mars and Sophie to get back together. Like, I was like, come on, let's stop pushing that. Like,
I couldn't get over her mother and the sister. I mean, she kept saying over and over again, he didn't leave me for Natasha, but they kept saying, oh, him and Natasha. I mean, they made it sound like there was an affair and, there was hurt feelings. Mm-hmm. I mean, if there were, I would have kicked him out if he came over for Thanksgiving dinner. That's for sure.
You're all, never mind. You can go to Taco Bell. Like, it's cool. Like, don't come here.
No, you're like, go have your hotel, go have your, in the hotel food, go there. I mean, if there really were hurt feelings, but they kept saying that over and over. I mean, that mother, I'm like, I love my mom. If she ever did that to me, that would be a very different conversation.
Like, did they say how long it was, like, since he left? And because I mean, I feel like there was some time, like, she had time, like, not to push her to start dating again, like she.
Well, now that you're single,
here's a suitor.
Here's your new beau. I mean, she just randomly grabs the first guy who's available and was like, I'm going to bring you to Thanksgiving dinner to make him jealous. Because that worked out so well. I
mean, did she look at him before she picked him? Like, did she like think that Mars is going to be super jealous over this dude? Like, that's what I want to know. Like,
this dude who drives a hearse, by the way. I mean, he has an epic.
I mean, that is kind of awesome. So I give him props for that. But
apparently he looked like the living dead. Like, if we want a paranormal cozy, like, he could be part of
that. He was Casper.
He was our friendly ghost. Yeah. And I was trying to figure this out before over on Twitter. I was trying to figure out like the GIF to go with it. I say GIF. If you say GIF, it's fine. Yeah. However you want to say it. But like, he's making up a whole relationship in his head about how like she had a secret crush on him. Like, he's telling his coworkers. And I also want to know who his coworkers are because he works in embalming. Like, are you talking about the bodies?
The dead bodies,
Yeah. I mean, can we just talk about like what was that? He's making up.
No, okay. So he would ride his bike, right, in grade school, right, by the house all the time. Like, that's not creepy at all. Like, so from grade school, he still had a crush on her, which is kind of cute, but also kind of like it's been like what, 30 years, 20 years, like
yeah, because they're in their 40s. I mean,
yeah, it's been like 20 years.
I had to look that up a couple of times because even Hannah, it said she was the youngest and the sheltered one, and she was 40. And so I had to flip back to that a couple of times because then Sophie's 44. But I could have, like, to me, she feels like she's my age. Like, she could have passed for easily, like, 27, 28, the way this book was written. Like, I could have totally seen her be younger. I mean, that was how I pictured her in my head. I mean, I kind of pictured, a young Allison Sweeney type of character. Again, I love my Hannah Swenson Hallmark movies. And apparently Max does too. I don't know. Oh, he just wants me to know he's hiding his treat in my bookcase. Totally normal.
Just so you know.
Yeah. So he's hiding with the cozies, though. Even he's on topic for the night. I don't know what he has his little water bowl there too. Maybe he wants some more. Oh my gosh, so many comments. Oh, Wolf. Yeah, we haven't even talked about Wolf.
Oh yeah, we have not talked about Wolf.
We have to talk about Wolf.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wolf sounds hot. Flames.
Exactly.
I'm Team Wolf. You see a love triangle coming. I mean, would you consider Humphrey a viable suitor for? You want my water or do you want?
I keep envisioning him as Kip from Napoleon Dynamite. Yes, exactly. That is Humphrey.
That is an amazing reference. I don't think anyone has mentioned Napoleon Dynamite in the longest time to me.
Thank you, Miss Richards. That
is amazing. And Max has his water bowl, but apparently he wants water from my water bottle. So that was what I was just doing a second ago. I was going to say I pulled one of the posts that it was a quote about Wolf, and I loved it because it was saying he looks like he eats, and she's like, I like that. It was something about that.
That's something that you want people to look like they eat.
A man in tweed sports coat impressed me as calmer than the others. Not emotionalist, just more experienced perhaps. The sun glinted off silver hair on his temples. Most important, he wasn't the skinny runner type. This guy liked to eat. I slided towards him.
As you normally do.
And then the other one was he brought her the groceries, the kitten food, and the mocha lattes. I mean, I was gonna. He became a book boyfriend crush worthy very quickly in this story.
Yeah, that's why when Mars was around, I was all nah. I was all get back to Wolf. Like let's.
Oh no. I mean, even if Mars leaves Natasha, which I would fully support, I think she needs to put it down several notches. No. I'm Team Wolf. Although we don't know what happened to the wife. That was just randomly thrown in there, by the way.
That was randomly thrown in there.
Like, there was this literally half a page where it's like, oh, and his wife disappeared and they accused him of killing her. And then it was gone and we never talked about that again.
Just never bring it up. Because that's... I do love it. It was just thrown in there. And you're like, what? And then, you think it's going to come back, and it never came back.
You're like, and this is a future book's coming. This is going to be in the series someday. I don't know what book in the series, but that's going to be a book in the series where something about the wife pops up. But in this book, it was just a random paragraph. And I'm going, I need more information on like what just happened. I mean, you don't just say, oh, he might have killed his wife and move on. Like, that's not really a throwaway line.
That's something you just, casually just drop. Yeah.
I mean, I kind of needed more information on that. I don't know how y'all felt about that, but I'm like, I need to know what actually is going on with, the old Mrs. Wolf.
Well, I second. I'm glad Bernie wasn't the murderer, too.
Oh, that would have made me so sad. Oh.
Well, I mean, they were pointing, but it was like, please don't. Please don't. Please don't.
Even the writing, she was so sad when they said he was missing from the dinner, when they set up the trap at the very end. And I'm going, oh, I was sad too, but I loved the writing. Like, you could feel the pain of, no, we've been friends. How can you do this? Oh, I kind of love that he tackled the bad guy though, and he's like sitting on top of him.
And even though I don't like Natasha, like her whacking with the pan, I was all, yes, like this is golden. I love this.
I had to look up the date because that's how I am. So the book came out before Tangled, because I'm picturing Rapunzel there with her pan like hitting over the head. Like, that was what I was imagining the entire time. And so I'm going, oh, Krista Davis beat Tangled. It's like maybe she started the frying pan weapon like evolution.
Yeah. Oh, I love that scene. Yeah. Even though I don't like her, I was like, okay, this is awesome. Like, we got this.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So many comments, people popping up. Bernie was adorable. I also kind of thought I felt bad for him because she kept thinking almost the worst of him. And when finally at the end, she's going, but what about your girlfriend? The Mrs. I don't know how to say her name. Is going, no, I was just talking to her to get information. You're going, oh, you were trying to solve the mystery too.
Okay. everyone was sleuthing. In this book, everyone was sleuthing. Like usually you have a couple people, but this one, like I feel like everyone was sleuthing like the whole time.
In their matching outfits.
Yes.
They're in their black up.
With the shoes, the glitter or the the gold star shoes. I was like, oh.
I mean, but that made it harder though. Everyone was, had their own stake in it. That was why I had to do my little mind map of like, how is everyone connected? Because everyone was a potential suspect and they were actually calling each other suspects.
Yeah.
Each other.
Let's have Thanksgiving and just accuse everyone, like why not?
Well, even June's like, no, it was Natasha. Like she just walks away saying,
yeah,
it was her. Everybody in this book was like, no, you're the killer. No, you're the killer.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed the team effort. Yes, it was.
I mean, I thought Nina, right? It was Nina.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Nina,
so cute. Aw, she's housing the dogs and she's helping her with the sleuthing, and then she's actually calling people out on their comments.
Oh, and having a horrible mother-in-law too on top of it, like oh.
You're like, no wonder you're always hanging out with Sophie.
Exactly, having the food delivered, like. She just felt like, yeah, I'm having food delivered later. Don't worry about it. Like,
she's so cute.
I love
her. Yes, the pitfalls of setting up. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and I saw someone mentioned, I lost it somewhere, but we had this exact conversation before we went live because I was saying, how are we pronouncing the cat's name? Mochi or Mocha? And so we decided on Mochi, right? That was what
I've been calling the cat Mochi the whole time. Like
I was like, I lost it in the comment section, but I saw someone mention that. I'm like, yes, because it does sound cuter that way.
It does. Like it's cute and like squishy. Like it's so cute. Like I don't know. I
mean, I got a little push-in like stuffed animals, so clearly, it's warm and fuzzy.
We both did that too.
See, this is where like the dog, like if he was being cute and adorable, I'd be like, oh, soft and fluffy. Yeah. No. I mean, that cat, I kind of felt I felt better when she gave her the just like money for cat food, but I was like, oh man, she's gonna end up have to pay $800 for this cat.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this cat was everything. I felt like he had his own little side book going. Just this book, they redid Twilight from Edward's perspective. Can we get this from Mochi's perspective?
I would love it from Mochi's perspective. Like that would be fun little like. Oh, this is a cute cat. Him and Daisy too, the dog.
I was just I was looking like all the comments are popping up. DC spy culture. I saw the word spy and I was trying to find it again. I was like, that's accurate. Yeah. I also kind of love that what Marshall, Andrew, they were all in on something. DC like
DC.
Well, okay, the one thing I loved about this was this is because I live in DC. Maybe this is why I was like, I have questions. Natasha and Sophie were both going to try and use the same lawyer. I mean, if I were to take one of my books and throw it out the window, I'm either going to hit an entrepreneur, a student, or a lawyer, and they both call the same lawyer. Out of everyone in this entire town, like this is DC, this is lawyer territory, and they're calling the same lawyer.
I call foul.
I'm going. Is that a conflict of interest? Just saying.
I'm sure there's probably like 10 lawyers on our street. Probably, There
probably always 10 in my building somewhere.
Yes, Team Mochi. Yes.
So cute. Oh my goodness. I had to go Google what that cat looked like because I couldn't picture it with the stripes. So I had to post it out on the Twitter. I'm like, here it is. But this poor little guy, people kept returning him.
He hadn't found the right home.
But that was so sad.
Yeah. I was like, oh.
The poor little baby. I was so I had that moment when he's offering her the cat at first, and I'm like, would I have accepted the cat? In my head, I was wondering, like, would I have taken the cat? And I'm thinking probably, but like, would I have kept it? I mean, I'm kind of curious. Would you have kept the cat?
If I was leaving, maybe. But she was like walking into the grocery store. I don't know. It's kind of awkward. Like, I guess you can carry the cat around.
I once tried to smuggle Max into Trader Joe's.
Yes.
Full moment of honesty. He was in my purse. I just had to go buy one thing, and I don't think they noticed. I don't think I should have said that on camera.
Now they're going to watch this and know.
He's 5 pounds. Like, he didn't do anything. He was fine. People bring their kids in. It was, I mean, probably more germs than that was.
But it's true though. It's kind of awkward though. I mean, yeah, like would I have accepted it? I don't know.
I kind of was. I mean, I was kind of wondering, going, oh, would I have taken that? I probably would have felt bad. I mean, because the person was being kind of creepy, just giving you the cat. I mean, because she knew Nina, so I would have taken the cat and bringing it to Nina, who knew people.
True. Yeah, she is animal rescue. Yeah.
I mean, I kind of thought it was really adorable that she kept one of the dogs, though. I have to admit, Nina finally got her own pet instead of just fostering. That made me happy.
It was. Was it
Max
Duke? Was it Duke? Oh, what was his name?
I think it was Duke.
Okay.
Max made a visit. Creepy Craig. Okay, that has to be another book, right? I mean, I knew he wasn't the killer because he felt like a red herring, but at the same time, I'm going, there is something seriously wrong with this character.
Like he's just kind of like staring, like watching everything and always running, you know.
I was also really confused about the ending where it turns out, again, spoilers. So he took Bernie's room key and planted it in the room where Simon's dead body was to throw off suspicion. And I'm going, but didn't you just prevent, like due course of justice there? Didn't you get in the way and just frame somebody for murder potentially?
He did just potentially, yeah. He framed someone for murder.
But the sister's going, oh, so sweet, and she sat on his lap and kissed him.
Okay. Also, Hannah changing her looks for her man. I was not feeling that at all.
Mm-mm. She's even changing the earrings. I'm also kind of curious. I mean, what guy is like, no, those earrings, not those.
I mean, I just would think you're dating someone because you like them. You're not forcing them to be someone you don't want. Like it was so weird, and I felt sad. I was like, oh, poor Hannah. Like, why are you doing this?
I think she can do better.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. It took me a little while to like Hannah. I mean, because again, she's talking about the wedding 24/7, and it wasn't until that one scene when she's going, oh yeah, I'm trying to keep them occupied, where I'm going, oh, you actually are a good person.
Well, why did she just tell them, like, hey, I'm gonna keep them occupied with the wedding stuff, and not like,
I mean, even the fact that Craig was going along with all the wedding stuff, that was also strange. Most guys would not do that. They would have been like, there's a sports bar. And there are plenty of sports bars in DC. Like, there are plenty of them to choose from.
There's plenty of bars, especially the bar they went to. I forget its name. What was that bar?
Oh, in the book?
Yeah, in the book. I can't. The creepy bar. Yeah.
The creepy bar where Otis's wife. They were
Yes.
I love how there's like the sketchy bar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, nobody's for Craig, right? Hannah changing her look. Craig sounded like a control freak.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is on. Yeah, we gotta figure this out, right? We gotta figure out this is coming up in one of the books. It has to be. I mean, I'm kind of wondering if he's a victim. I don't know.
Are we gonna feel sorry for him?
He's gonna at least be a suspect because this guy's super cool.
Yes.
I mean, he did plant evidence, so we know that there is a little bit of, Laughing
hound. Yeah.
Oh, and has read the book series, so he's not a victim. That means he's going to be a suspect because there's something wrong with this guy. At least for now.
Greg. Yes.
No. See, this is why I think we like Wolf all the more, because in comparison to like all the other guys, he's just the best out of all of them.
I mean, his wife mysteriously disappeared, so we have that. But
aside from the missing wife,
just a little anecdote. Like it's fine. It's
we got the missing wife with Wolf. Then I mean, Bernie was a potential murder suspect for a while, so I mean, there was a little bit of pros and cons with all of them.
Humphrey, it's just Humphrey.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel like he should be writing novels. Just, I feel like he would write a really great romance novel because clearly he, relationship driven. I would read his romance novel. Oh, this is cute. Your husband is a fashionista, but he would never force you to wear anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Craig was, he was too controlling. There really was stuff going on there.
I mean, it was just pastel color sweaters. Like, what is wrong with that?
I know Hannah is a lovely name. See, Hannah Swenson too. Haha, more cozy.
Those ribbons on chairs, yeah.
Oh, so you just reminded me with Bernie would be a love interest. So I love Bernie. I mean, I'm gonna put him on potential book boyfriend list. He was adorable, but can we just talk about the Colonel and June and
yes, the weird love triangle with Francine?
What was that, Francie? Yeah, this I kind of lost my mind near the end because she okay, so Colonel likes June, and June is hysterical, and I love her. I'm like, she feels like, you know, that fun grandmother character that you just love. I mean, yes, she's talking to a ghost, but she's quirky like that, so you know. But
she's knitting. She's
cute and adorable. But then you got this one who hires a call girl to live and knock on the wrong apartment or the wrong home.
Yes.
And set him up.
And then sprains her ankle, right?
Yeah, the call girl sprains her ankle, so then he has to take her to the hospital. But he's leaving with Humphrey, who owns he's driving the death car. Yeah, I'm like, they all think he's dead. So the Colonel was almost a victim, but not like they thought he was.
Oh yeah, that moment when he was alive, I was like, oh, thank goodness. Like, I love the Colonel. He was so sweet, and like, I was like, no, he can't die too.
He is a dog. He's a good person. Anybody in books who has like the dog or, you know, cat, like people who have animals in books are good people.
I was like, I want June and him to start dating again, you know, like keep on dating. Like, it'd be cute.
The call girl thing? What was that? Why would your mind go there?
Well, I mean, she's stalking, so I mean, obviously her mind is there, you know.
She was a little crazy.
She's like lurking around on Thanksgiving, you know, just happened to.
What was the quote? I actually wrote this down in my notebook. So there was a quote. Oh my gosh, because there was one. Oh yeah, I was lurking behind a potted plant, and she just threw that in there, like in her sentence, like it was totally normal to be behind a potted plant, like sleuthing. Have you seen The Office?
Yes.
Do you remember Andy when he was like, I could hide behind anything? That was how I was picturing Francie. Like, it just randomly in the office with just the eyeballs showing.
Yeah.
Just like looking over the file, you know. That was how I was picturing her. And that's not normal behavior.
No, she is not. From the moment I was like, ooh, I was like, either because I was like, oh, maybe she was just looking away to get into the, you know, the dinner. But I was like, oh no, she's there for the Colonel. That is her sole reason. I
mean, it was kind of cute at first, like, oh, she has a crush, and then she sent the hooker, and she kept calling her a tart. I felt badly for the call girl. She kept calling her names.
I'm like, you hired her. Like, come on.
You hired her, sent her to the wrong place, got her ankle sprained. You thought you killed the Colonel. I mean, this lady has future potential suspects and all over her.
Yeah, she got her ankle sprained too. Like, gosh, like, come on.
I mean, yeah, I don't know how. I mean, I know Anna's read the books. I don't know if anyone else has, but she could potentially be a suspect or a victim. I mean, there's something going on with that neighbor. You're almost glad she was Nina, because it's like, oh, we have the sane one, and then we have the, you know, insane one on the other side of you. Yeah, Francie needs therapy. And maybe an online dating app to find, you know, someone in her age bracket who's not, you know, taken already. And maybe not send them a call girl. Yeah.
I love that she knew where his like key was and everything, because, you know, she's watching.
Because she's been watching him. She knew where the keys were. And she goes, yeah, I followed him. I mean, she was able to tell. I mean, she made him a suspect at one point, but she knew everything about this guy. It was almost like a crazy Facebook thing where, you know, she's just scrolling and like looking at everything. That's
what she's doing.
She's like making notes, like, oh, must include in conversation. The R time.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll call the same lawyer. I just thought that was so funny that they call the same lawyer. I'm like, this is DC. Like literally there's a lawyer everywhere. Like you could go to a random doctor's office and like there's another lawyer sitting there in the waiting room.
Neighborhood watch.
Yeah, I mean, they need to figure out because she was the peeping Tom, but she wasn't the peeping Tom, so there were two peeping Toms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. June's talking about Ghost, but like she was the better option of the two. She was the more sane of the two.
Oh, but it was her sister. Like, oh.
But I mean, she's talking in thin air, but like, yeah, compared to Nancy, she's totally down to earth and normal.
And she did not start that fire, just so you know.
Yeah, that was all that. And nobody called her out on it, by the way.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, say sorry to June for accusing her this whole time."
Okay, so someone on Twitter asked about how we were keeping track of the characters, and there were a lot of them in this book. So I was making little notes as I went of, oh, this is who the person is. And we might as well talk about it. So Vicky and her brother they ended up being our big reveal. But did anyone figure that out? Because I legitimately only wrote down Vicky. I'm like, Mars's sister, Sophie's sister-in-law, married to Andrew, and then I just moved down to Bernie, best man, friends with Sophie.
That's what I had too. I had zero about her. I think she was what was she?
She's literally was a throwaway line for me, like in my notebook. I had no idea it was her.
Yeah, no, I did not see that coming.
Even Clyde, he didn't even make it into the notebook, and I write down everything.
Because we knew she had her brother, but she hasn't seen him, right?
We didn't know much. We met Clyde once when Simon was when they were trying to sleuth about Simon's killing.
Yeah.
Basically, we just knew about him being in England, and we learned a little bit about where he was living. Didn't really give too much insight. I didn't really think much of it. So I'm kind of curious if anyone else actually figured it out, because I didn't.
I didn't either.
And like Andrew wasn't really involved, but he wasn't. That was why I had to do my mind map. You knew the assistant. Go Victoria. You're
Ooh.
You can never figure. Okay, so Anna can never figure out the killer. But why does the picture move? The ghost. I know, right? So June, she's with it. She's got it.
There was some twinkling there too, right? When Wolf and Sophie kissed. So I was like, oh.
I also again, she's rooting for the ex-daughter-in-law. Yeah, because she's an old mother-in-law. Like the ex-daughter-in-law, she's like, find new love. Yeah, I mean, Sophie isn't on the she's not on the diagram. That was one of my things. Like, she literally just had the worst luck in the world. Finding dead bodies.
Just happened to stumble upon those dead bodies.
Like, she shouldn't buy a lottery ticket. Her luck is questionable. No, yeah, along for the ride. Yeah, she was an observer. No, I mean, Natasha was right in the thick of it. She was right in the
middle. That poison was meant for her, right? Yeah. And yeah.
I mean, I love how I found the quote that we were talking about before with Wolf.
Oh.
He's not divorced. Either she ran off or she's buried in his basement.
Natural things.
Again, the throwaway of we know there's a wife out there. We just don't know where. My goodness. Gotta love it. Yeah. Oh, more comments. I know, right? But how do you just keep finding bodies? I felt so badly for her. I mean, I know Natasha didn't set her up, but it felt that way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. She set her up. I think so.
To go find the Simon body. Like, I don't know if she knew there was a Simon body there, but she's saying, oh, how can you date him? And she makes her want to go. She's causing all sorts of trouble with the competition. So she makes Sophie go confront him, and that's when she finds the body. So I'm like, did Natasha know?
She's like, oh, nope, not gonna let someone else find this body.
And you have a question. Do you have a favorite cozy series?
I think for me, it's the Magical Bookshop series.
Amanda Flower?
Yeah, Amanda Flower, yeah. with the crow and the cat and
Crime and Poetry, right?
yes.
That was one of our books.
It was. I love that series. It's so cute.
Oh, see, that one's got the paranormal cozy, but like there's paranormal stuff there.
It's just sprinkled. That's why this one I was like, oh, there's a little bit, just a little bit sprinkled there. A little bit of paranormal. Maybe a draft, maybe not.
Maybe she's watching her kiss the new boyfriend. Maybe she's not.
I want to see the painting though, just like kind of like just watching. Like, is she making direct eye contact? Is she looking off? Like,
that's where it gave me like the Good Witch vibes, where you're kind of going, oh, we're not showing you the magic, but there might be something.
The Good Witch, yes.
Everyone's loving the Amanda Flower. You chose the best person to
yes.
I think so. I forget the name of the book, but she had a new cozy come out today. And it's one of the Hallmark books. Hallmark Publishing with their cozies. I was about to look it up, and I'm like, it's all. I know I posted about it over on Twitter, but she had a new book come out today. So everyone who's loving Amanda Flower, you got something.
Let's get on it. Let's get on that.
A new series. I don't know what her writing schedule is like. I don't know if her life is NaNoWriMo, but she's always publishing books, which is
yes. We need more. Oh, The Dead End Detective. Yes. That's it. Yes. Yeah.
I was like, thank you. You guys are right on it.
I'm glad they're right. I'm glad they're on it.
But see, this is exactly it. Like cozy readers, no cozy readers. You're going, nope, I already pre-ordered it. I got this book downloaded. We got this. Oh no, you got even the comments. I was going, because we've already talked about some of this stuff, but where was it? So can we I was really super curious about the sabotaging with the spices. Did you figure this out?
No. I kind of forgot about that. Because all the dead bodies, I was like, that
was one of those mysteries where I'm going, I actually really need an answer for this. And can we also just point out at the very end with this baking competition that Natasha did not even place in the top 3.
She was not top 3. She was not top 3.
Again, Sophie came in second, but I was more happy. I was happier that the other one didn't place. I'm like, good for Sophie. And I was like, haha, Natasha.
I was happy about that too.
Oh, you have more questions. Do you have any pets? If not, what would you want?
I do not have a pet. I kind of want a dog, like just a smaller dog. I don't have like any. I like probably go to the pound and like whatever one, but just I like a dog. They're kind of cute, cuddly.
Any breed? Any breed in particular?
I kind of like Boston Terriers, but
oh, cute.
Something that size. I don't want a big dog, but something that size.
Well, I have a 5-pound dog, so clearly I don't think I could handle a big dog.
Oh, a corgi, right? Oh, corgis are cute.
I know, right? It's like a little mini. That was a fun spice sabotage. I was going, it's like a little mini mystery within the mystery. I mean, I almost forgot about it, sort of, but I really wanted to know. And then
I totally forgot about it. Like, they mentioned the photo. I was like, oh, right. Yeah, who sabotaged? And then, yeah.
I mean, I'm not really sure what to make of the fact that it was the husband. And then when she won, I'm going, is he now sad he didn't actually sabotage her this time?
Because she would have got it anyway. Like, she just want to make sure she won.
I mean, well, no, he was sabotaging his own wife. I mean, that was, if that was my husband, she didn't rat him out either. She didn't say anything to him. She didn't say, oh yeah, Wendy, you might want to have a conversation. Sophie held her tongue.
Yeah, she was like, well.
So I know Anna's read the entire series. She's saying how she loves how there's always mysteries within mysteries in the series. So it sounds like a reoccurring thing, man.
I like that.
He didn't want her to be too successful, but you'd want your significant other to want you to be successful, though.
Oh.
I'm kind of worried about Wendy in her relationship.
Dead bodies are a great cover-up. I like that.
I mean, if you guys have, there's so much with this book. If there's something you guys want us to talk about, there is a lot of stuff.
Please let us know.
I know. Is there anything in your notes? Because you said you made notes.
I made notes, but I think we pretty much covered everything. Yeah. I'm still up in arms. Like, everyone was sleuthing. I was so, like, it was wild. It's like everyone was doing something. Like,
well, I think you got the biggest kick out of the name. It was the Stupendous
Oh.
Stupendous Stuffing Shakedown. And again, I feel like I have to pause. Stupendous Stuffing Shakedown. I mean, that is quite a tongue-twisty name. I remember you were saying like you wanted all the stuffing recipes.
I do. I want all the stuffing recipes. I want to try them all. Is what I'll be a judge. You know, if we can just do a giant, you know.
See, I have to admit, because I don't eat meat, and so I was like, okay, what would you do for vegetarians? Like, what are the other options? So I'm kind of curious if she gets a little creative with some of her other recipes later on in the book series.
Tongue twister.
How can she have a huge 3-story house with only one full bed?
Yeah,
that's really true though. That's a good point. Yeah, Old Town Alexandria. I mean, they used to have there's a tour. They used to do the tour buses and stuff that would specifically take you there. I mean, it's not far away from where I live. I mean, because I live in the Georgetown area, because I stayed in the same area. I got my master's at Georgetown, and then I just stayed in the same apartment building for my PhD program. But no, I mean, so it's not that far away. I was gonna say, now I really want to go like look around and be like, this is where Sophie lives. with the ghost fae.
So Francie's over here spying on the Colonel over here.
The Old Town Trolley. Thank you. See, thank you. I forgot it was what it was called. But yeah, when I first moved here, I was looking at all the stuff like the duck tours. I did the duck tour. I didn't do the Old Town Trolley ride. All right, is there with walking distance of all these things? So if you've ever seen Clueless, it's one of my favorite lines with the father. He's like, everywhere in LA takes 20 minutes. That's kind of what DC is like. Everywhere it only takes 20 minutes to get to. So that's how I think of it. I mean, it doesn't take too long to get places here for the most part, because either you can walk there or it's just like a super quick taxi ride. Nice. Although I wouldn't recommend doing that right now. Wear your spy uniform. Take book pics. Oh yeah, I've taken a lot of book pics in DC. I have a lot, like Washington Monument. One time I had a Harry Potter book in my purse, so I'm pretty sure it was literally just like Harry Potter all over DC.
Yes.
And then one time when my parents were visiting, we went to the museum, and I just had like a couple books with me, and like everywhere in the museum I was like, hey, next to this one, next to this one. So I'm pretty sure Cat Sebastian, again, this is a romance novel. Like I have so many pictures of this book. I mean, I love the book, so it's worth it, but still a lot of the same pictures. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, you just wanted to say that you're brand new to the whole Cozy Mystery Book Club, and this is your first discussion video to watch, and you can't wait for the next book in September. Oh, that is the sweetest comment.
Hi, Anthony. Thank you for tuning in.
That is so sweet.
Oh.
That just made me, that was really sweet. I don't want to cry. Oh, like all the warm, fuzzy feelings. Oh, yay, another Cat Sebastian fan. She's amazing.
Yes, yeah.
She really is. It's one of those things where, like, I didn't mind taking a picture of that book all over the place. I really didn't. You know, when you read a book and you're going, I sort of liked it, but, you know, you're like, do I want to talk about this one? No, I'll talk about her book all day.
Ooh, what did we rate the book?
What did you rate?
5 stars.
I think I was like, I did like 4.5, rounded up to 5.
It ticks all the boxes, you know. It's cute and cozy. There's food, little paranormal, and it showed a lot of the animals too. So I was like, yep, all those spots ticked.
And I mean, again, it had the food, and then you had the recipes at the end, and then you had the puns. And I love the intros every chapter. I thought that was so funny. Like every single chapter, I thought that was. I mean, I felt like that was work unto itself, because they're super condensed with this. You know, they're not double spaced. They're single spaced. Like they look like they were at least a few hundred words each. So she kind of added to her word count and writing journey. I mean, she made extra work for herself, but I think it was worth it.
She did. It was totally worth it. It was totally worth it.
I mean, I got to give her credit for doing that. Now I'm actually saying like, no, just give it 5. I'm taking away 4.5.
I know if she continues it on with the series. Like, I wonder if it goes into book 2. And
ooh, that's a good question. I was like, if Anna's still here, you can answer. Hopefully.
Yeah, Anna, let us know.
I was going to say, now I got to go. I haven't read the rest of the series. I'm like, and now my to be read list just got longer.
12 books. Yeah. 13.
I have whatever the latest one is over there because it's Kensington. But the first few are Penguin, I'm pretty sure.
Anna says it does. Yes. Oh, okay. I can't wait.
See, that makes me want to know if like she has a blog somewhere, Krista Davis. If so, that would be amazing if she did something like that. I love that. All the books are 5 stars.
Yes.
I mean, I feel as if like this is one of those the testimonials. Like she should take these comments and be like, hey, look what people are saying about my books. Because these comments are so positive.
Mm-hmm.
You have a list of 50 plus cozies.
Yes, Nick.
That is amazing. Oh my goodness. Because again, the puns, the cute little animals. I mean, I also have to say, this was a great book as far as like introducing someone to cozies. Mm-hmm. I mean, it really was because she had a great writing style.
She did. And yeah, she combined, the animal cozies with food cozies with the dabble of little paranormal too. That's
why you said it checked all the boxes. I'm like, you really did.
In Love Triangle. Well, not really Love Triangle, but with the Colonel.
I'm Team Wolf. I mean,
I'm talking about Colonel.
Oh, we had that Love Triangle. That one, I mean, that was like a forced love triangle. Like he didn't even know that branch of the love triangle existed.
He was happy with June. They were cute, and then there's like off in the distance, Francie's just watching. She's just watching.
I feel like this is like one of those like the gifs where it's like looking over the bushes, being all weird.
I'm trying to picture how big that potted plant was. Like just a tall, skinny like palm, and she's just like behind it.
Now I need to go watch that episode of The Office and just do like a screenshot of where Andy is like behind the like files, looking and just trying to blend in. Oh. That's exactly how I'm picturing her.
Mm-hmm.
See, I gotta admit, this is exactly why I didn't mind my list, or I get confused. She had a large cast of characters that were actually distinctive.
Mm-hmm.
That was such a writing coup, like applause for that one.
Yeah, they weren't just throwaway. It was like, oh, like this person's integral to the plot, and like, yeah, they all had their own kind of voice. And,
I mean, they weren't interchangeable or anything like that.
No.
Sometimes when you have one too many secondary and random characters floating around in terms of the neighborhood, you're like, I forget you.
Who are you again?
You're like, where are you in my notebook? But I didn't actually have to do my little flip back. I will admit there are first books in the series where I'm like, wait a second, I forgot you. Where's my little note about you? I didn't have to do that with this one, not once. I mean, I was going to say she also did that thing that's perfect. She did as well. Sometimes people forget. I think this is mostly new writers where all the characters had different sounding names. They were all unique. Sometimes you'll have authors where like every single character starts with the letter C.
Oh, no, I don't like that.
You're like, there's Kat. There's Catherine. There's somebody else over there.
There's Cindy. There's
exactly.
Claire.
You're like, wait a second. Which one's you? Who sent the
tar? I saw that.
I love how like they just kept calling her the tart. Like I felt so badly. Like at least I've been calling her the call girl, but I mean the poor thing.
She's a lady, It's just
the woman of there was a woman of questionable morals on Gilmore Girls. I don't know if anyone else knows that reference. They were trying to figure out the name. Do you remember this episode of Gilmore Girls? You totally just reminded me of this. They're all sitting at the diner in Luke's diner. They're all sitting there trying to figure out the name. Like the woman, the town. Yeah, they were doing a historical thing. I probably sound like
Lady of the Night.
Totally crazy saying that. Yeah, lady with sprained ankle for no apparent reason.
I feel bad for her.
The poor thing. She gets sent to the wrong house. She gets the ankle. That poor thing. She's not even. We don't even really get to listen. She only had a couple lines, but.
And here I am, just worried about her.
But she's memorable.
She is. She left her mark.
Oh my gosh, there are other Pews on Claws series that you can't put down. You just reminded me when you said I saw the word claws. So our little friend Mochi, I'm gonna say Mochi again,
Mm-hmm.
Attacking Clyde. Look, I mean, what a good little guy. He's protective. He knows who his fur mama is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Protect her.
I just saw the word claws and I got really excited. Like, yeah, I remember when he attacked him. That has nothing to do with the comment, but you just reminded me.
And then he happened to be allergic.
He's patting his head like whack.
Yeah. Oh.
I haven't read her other it's what Pews and is it Paws and Claw? I'm wearing the Progressive, so I'm trying to read the comment. So Paws and Claw series. So I mean, I went on her website. I saw that she has a lot of other books to read, and so I'm gonna have to go on Goodreads and be like, to be read, to be read.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Add to that book series. Oh, Catmobile series. Ooh.
I was gonna say I read that a long, long time ago. That was one of the first books for the Cozy Mystery Book Club, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's a good series too.
Who wondered what Sophie got? I actually forgot about that. You wondered when Sophie got a litter box. They bought the food, but not litter.
Yeah, they never mentioned that.
I love how she wrote "Cat Mom." Like, this is what I thought of. I actually didn't think of that. That actually went right over my head. I was more impressed with him remembering the cat food. They're all paws and claws. That's what it is. Maybe she had the supplies. I mean, Natasha's always on everyone about everything anyway. Maybe she had a litter box being a hostess.
Yes, toilet train, like Meet the Parent. Oh. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, this cat was very special, so maybe.
Pretty sure.
I mean, again, paranormal cozy, why not? People who kept returning him, they didn't know what they were missing.
I just felt so sad for him. I was like, oh.
Poor little baby. I mean, I would have thought he was more expensive, and I mean, he was unique.
Yeah.
With the stripes instead of spots. I would have thought he would have been like a, big seller on some sort of specialty website, which sounds really weird, but you know what I mean.
for the pets, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they have the boutiques or, special breeds. You would have thought, something like he's an anomaly. You would have thought something like that would have raised some flags. I mean, not like a collector, but someone would be like, oh, special. Just saying. I thought it was strange that they kept giving him away.
Yeah.
But he's different.
Yeah, he's special.
Yeah. Poor little guy.
He found his forever home, so
yes.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, be positive. This is why we like you. You're like, the glass is half full. He found his home.
Yeah.
I'd never actually seen that. I don't know cat breeds other than the Persian, because that's what my mother had when I was growing up. So I had to go Google because I couldn't picture the breed. But as soon as I saw it, I was like, this thing is adorable. Positive. If that's not a cozy mystery title, it needs to be.
It needs to be. We need to write that then, if it's not.
That needs to be a title. That is the best pun. That I'm also really curious how you got that through, because autocorrect would have never let you do that. I'm also impressed with that, your ability.
Would have sent it like several times to keep the autocorrecting.
Oh, it's so much fun. There's a reason why I think it says my Instagram posts are a lot of time are edited. There's an autocorrect thing probably.
Positively Murder. Yes.
Oh my god, I thought you were gonna say that was already a book. I was gonna say
that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Yeah.
Oh, always stay positive. These are amazing. That would be its own series. We'd have to come up with the positive series, and then every title would have to be a part of it. That would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a great. I am here for that now. That is such a great title. I think one time because I had the chance to talk to Nancy Cohen, and I asked her, like, how do you come up with these titles? And she mentioned, I just will take the words and I'll have lists of the adjectives and the title, and I'll mix and rearrange. I'm like, yeah, but how do you get the puns? I mean, how do you make the puns? That is such a skill, and you guys are just coming up with them right on the spot. I'd be staring at walls for hours. That was impressive.
Positively Dead. Yes. Paranormal series. Yep, we're good. Okay.
How are you doing this right now?
I love it. I love this.
That is amazing. You guys already got what? Positive
3?
Murder. Yeah, I'm like, you already have 3 or 4 books in your series. Oh, there's
Oh,
Aw. Well, now she has more titles to choose from.
yeah.
Yeah, the puns don't just come to me. I'd have to think about them. Meanwhile, you guys are like right on it.
Mhm.
I'm impressed. My goodness. I'm like, I don't know how you do that.
It just all the cozies. You just,
I was gonna say I'm looking down like, were there any other puns I wanted to highlight? No, I think we talked about them. I mean, if you guys have anything else from the book that you want to talk about, I mean, was there anything else on your list?
me, no. That was it. Yeah.
Oh no, there's so much with this book. It's so cute. I'm like, this is now I want it to be Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I want pie. I want pumpkin pie, and I want some pecan pie.
Well, what is it? Starbucks is it coming out tomorrow?
Today, right?
Today or tomorrow? The pumpkin?
I think it's today.
Well, I did my nail polish. I like pumpkin.
Ooh.
I did like the fall-esque nail polish specifically because of this book, and then I saw on Twitter that they were coming out with the pumpkin spice. Yes.
I think it's today. I think so.
Oh, did we mention that her dad is adorable.
He's awesome.
Sophie's dad is sweet. He was the only one she confided in when it came to the murders and everything else. I would not trust her mother with anything.
No.
I wouldn't trust her to remember, like, pay the parking meter. Like, I wouldn't trust that lady with anything.
Her mom was always just like, Sophie, you're getting some weight.
Right?
Yes.
That was terrible. Well, now that you're single, are you really wearing that shirt? Oh my gosh, Mrs. Bennett times 10.
She's all like wearing her pajamas.
Why are you wearing flannel? Nobody doesn't want to marry you wearing flannel. Meanwhile, I'm wearing the book, wearing my flannel. Like, I was wearing flannel while I was reading the book. I kid you not. I was wearing my flannel pajama bottoms. I had on a plain shirt, but I had on my, like, that was my pajama bottoms.
Did you look down and you're like, oh, and you're like.
Yeah, I have the laundry over there. I just did it. So I almost feel like holding them up like it's real. Like I was wearing plaid as I read that. That was great. That made, yeah. Thank you.
Oh, it's the 29th. Okay, not
sad.
Well.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was trying to do something just a little different. I mean, I always try and mix it up sometimes. The eavesdropping. Oh my goodness. I kind of love at the very end, I kind of love how she just overhears the confession. I don't know if that's the eavesdropping you're referring to, but I kind of love how they're like revealing what they did while she's in the room. I mean, she didn't even need to sleuth. She just had to be quiet and sit there.
Yeah, I love that they were just like telling pretty much what happened.
Now, I mean, Vicky had problems. The girl who lost her leg, yes, that was
Colonel's granddaughter. Yeah.
We find out that the show actually was they actually had planned to do things, and she was lucky to not just die entirely. They're like, this is, you're like losing your leg. They called that lucky. I mean,
it's not lucky. Oh,
I felt so badly for that girl, and they didn't really get, I mean, I'm not going to say killing him was justice. They didn't get justice like for that. The show never actually, there was culpability, but nobody ever actually called them on it, and she wasn't any. They weren't really shining a spotlight on that much. No.
It's just like the missing wife, just kind of.
I mean, it would be kind of nice if she came to visit and we got to see her.
Oh yeah,
because he lives nearby, and now he's in a relationship with June, whom we need to see again because she's adorable.
Hopefully, she is in another book, and we get to meet her and be, she's an awesome person. Hopefully.
Well, it said she was a mountain climber and like really adventurous.
Yeah.
She sounded awesome. I felt so bad. I mean, the poor little thing. I have to admit that gave him good motive. He was on my suspect list for a little while. As soon as
he was too. Yeah. I was like, revenge.
Yeah, I had him on the list, and I don't think it helped that I had actually just seen the BBC adaptation of "And Then There Were None," Agatha Christie. Mm-hmm. I don't want to tell it, but I'm just going to leave it at the murderer was one of the older gentlemen. I'm going to leave it vague in case you haven't. But like, I think that was why he was on my suspect list. Like, I was kind of picturing that adaptation, So I was glad it wasn't him though.
I was just glad he wasn't dead.
He actually wasn't in the hearse. He was in the hearse, but not.
He was in it, but he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't. came out today.
Oh my goodness. I just saw the one about they televised the amputation.
Yeah.
I just saw that comment. I was going, wait a second.
Like they couldn't show it, right?
No. Are you talking about in the book? Okay. I was confused for a second. The conversation, everyone was snooping. Yeah.
Everyone was so snooping.
No, the dad was adorable. And it was kind of nice that he was there for her. It was almost as if you had the mother who was all emotion and just really high strung. And then you had the dad who was like, yeah, you can tell me I'm low key. I got this.
He balanced his wife out really well.
Yeah. I don't really know how that matchup works for him, but sure. It got ratings? Wait, is this in the book, or are you talking about something on real life?
What is going on? The taser was never. Was
very underused. Mars he was so proud of himself that he got his girlfriend and his ex-wife tasers, and then they didn't even remember them. He was so disappointed. He's like, I got. Oh, you're making stuff up. Okay.
Oh, okay, good.
I was like, did I miss something?
You're like, what's going on?
I had this moment of like, did I miss a page? Like, did it stick together somewhere? And I just didn't notice. I was trying to be so good with my notes. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Sophie's like her dad and Hannah's like her mom. That's a good way of looking at it. I didn't think of it that way, but that's true. There's not another sibling. It's just the two of them, right? Oh no, there's a brother. There's the brother, and
he didn't come because they went to his wife's
family.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna have they have the son, and so they're gonna
the only grandkid. Yeah.
So there's three of them. Okay, so maybe he's a mixture of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of curious about that too. When she's like, "You need to show more cleavage."
I'm glad she remembered it when she went to that creepy bar, and she was like, "Wait, yes."
I'm glad I look good for Wolf. Maybe Mars will get tased in the next.
Hopefully.
It'd be really funny if Natasha tased him. I don't know why, but I think that'd be amazing. Especially because he was so proud that he got the taser for her. And so again, single woman in the city. I've actually Googled like, can you buy tasers? And there are restrictions. So this was a legit thing that like he actually had to kind of smuggle them over. So I was actually impressed with them too. Yeah, it would be kind of nice to meet the whole family. I'm kind of curious now about the books in the series, because apparently they also have they're seasonal and holiday related. So they said that they get him for Christmas. So maybe we'll get to see the Christmas.
Ooh. Yes.
Bye, Natasha.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's married. We know he has a kid. So
yeah.
But maybe he'll be a book boyfriend. He'll probably end up on the list. I know, one of the very few things he did to contribute. Aside from having the catalyst before the book started of getting a divorce. Mm-hmm. And I have to give them credit for for being divorced. They were very civil to each other.
They were. And I was happy because I was like, well, she seems over him. So, they can, even though he went with her arch nemesis,
Yes, I don't know. I'm still a little iffy on Mars for doing that. It'd be one thing if they hadn't seen each other since high school, but they mentioned, they were always in close proximity. So Mars, we gotta talk a little bit.
He definitely overheard her, complained about her to him, and somehow he's like, "Yep, I'm gonna go with her." Like,
I guess he really likes Martha Stewart.
Oh.
But as an adult, she has to know that she's manipulating everyone who feels sorry for her. Yeah, I'm not really sure about Natasha. I mean, I'm sure something's going to happen somewhere along the way to make her a little bit more redeemable, but I was not a Natasha fan by the end of this book. Were you?
No. Only saving thing was her hitting Vicky over the head with a frying pan. That was my... Yeah, and then I was like, okay, we're done. Like,
yeah, you're like, I had a fun moment with you, and
I was like, we're done now.
And then you ruined it by taking credit for
yeah.
Okay, I just saw this comment. This is Natasha didn't even think there was anything wrong with him having a secret key to her house. That was what got me. It's not that he had a secret key. It was like, yeah, of course he has a secret key. Why wouldn't he?
She said like something like he's a Boy Scout or something, and I was all, that doesn't make this okay. That doesn't make this okay. Like, no.
She bought you out. That's not your house anymore.
Yeah.
Technically, that's not good. That's illegal.
So it sounds like she needs to change the locks. Yeah.
And also at the very end, when Mars and Natasha just walked in, they didn't even knock. They just walked in. I noticed that. Natasha gets worse. There's worse.
No.
How is there worse? I didn't even know that was possible because she seems pretty bad right about now.
Unless she's committing murders by then, I guess.
And can we also acknowledge that you just said she's in book 11? Meanwhile, I'm thinking, is she a murder victim in one of the series?
You're on book 4. There's 13 books. I looked it up. Yeah.
I mean, I guess we're stuck with Natasha. I mean, she gives me anxiety though.
She's kind of high strung. Yeah.
I mean, the poor thing was poor Sophie. Like, you know, got to give her credit. I mean, someone on Goodreads said that she was she didn't stand her ground and she was too quiet. You know, she needed to stand up for herself. But I felt like she was like doing that grin and bear it, like just let it go. We're gonna not acknowledge what she's saying. We're just gonna keep moving forward. And so I kind of respected that. I gotta give Sophie.
Yeah. I didn't feel like she was like pushover or anything. I felt like she was like, you know what, this will just make this like worse. So I'll just grin and bear and just kind of move on. Like,
she didn't take the bait.
No.
She was definitely dangling a lot of it.
Oh, Natasha being so angry that Simon asked Sophie. Oh.
I just saw Nick's comment. I'm like, oh gosh.
What?
I'm like, if you guys don't want spoilers, don't read the comment. I'm picturing her now, how everyone's doing masks. I'm picturing her now doing like a very fashionable eye patch, like a very fashionable pirate. Natasha's planning a funeral. I mean, I can see if Natasha's planning a wedding or anything of any sort of whatever, it's going to be extravagant. Yeah. Can we also acknowledge that Sophie's mother wanted her to send out invitations for Thanksgiving to her family members? And then the book ends with her saying she wants invitations for Christmas.
Who does that?
Oh, Nick's making stuff up.
Nick, stop making stuff up.
Oh. I haven't read the book series. I don't know. It's just you. But even then, I can see her doing like a fashionable eye patch, like doing something like that.
She's all, and this is how we decorate our eye patch. A whole segment on it.
That will be her next how-to YouTube video.
with twigs from my yard and
her gold pen to write her name.
And robin's egg. Mm-hmm.
My goodness. Oh yeah, her blue, her signature color. She has even in her Christmas card.
Oh. Right, Nick? Yeah, please write a cozy, please.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so cute. I love getting the comments. It's so much fun to see you guys posting how much you love this book, and you guys are hysterical and so adorable. That was one of my Twitter questions. What is your signature color? I know someone said orange, and you said, what was yours?
I said blue because it makes my eyes pop out, but I'm not wearing blue right now, so.
I got the blue on.
Yeah.
with my Get Cozy shirt.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a signature color?
I don't know if I do. I feel as if I have a lot of purple in my apartment. So I'm going to go with purple. As I look around. I was thinking about that earlier. I mean, maybe pink or purple. Because again, we got the pink over there and lots of pinks and purples. Very feminine colors.
Like purple's a nice color. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, regal. I always think of it that way. It also goes with everything for the most part. Except Planet Fitness with their purple and yellow. I don't know why they did that. So there's been a little asterisk next to that statement. If Sophie and Natasha were male, would we think Sophie was being nice or was a pushover? Question. I would still give Sophie credit for holding her tongue and not taking the bait. I don't think that's a gender issue for me. I think that was a character issue of just someone being really rude and not sinking to the level. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so too. I think she would just be nice.
Yeah. I'd probably call, what's the cinnamon roll for a guy? I wouldn't call her a pushover. I'd call her a cinnamon roll.
Cinnamon roll. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Lady Gizmo's so sweet.
Oh, thank you.
He's so sweet, right? We're going to keep that.
Okay.
I know. You guys are so sweet. I mean, so if there's anything else you want to talk about, because it is getting a little late, and I was wondering why Max was giving me this little look. He's underneath the table looking up at me like.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah, it's been an hour and 20 minutes. It feels like 10 minutes. Like
all the coziness, all the cozy fun. I was trying to have some fun over on the Instagram. I was like, when, where, why? I was like, because coziness is awesome. And it's
it is
fun. I know. So if you guys have any last minute comments, questions, queries, like please type them, because every comment tonight is going to be a giveaway entry. And I was so excited. So Credible Wear, they have shirts and sweatshirts, and they're so adorable. I posted a picture over on the Cozy Instagram. It says read more. I was going to wear it tonight, but obviously like it's still a little hot. So this one's really light from Chock Full of Love. But it says read more. So every single comment, you can either get a sweatshirt or a t-shirt, color and size of your choice. So I'm really excited that we were able to do that tonight. Really cute stuff. Anything that says read more is always relevant, right?
Yes. It does. Yeah.
And then what was the other thing I wanted to mention? My little notebook. Okay, so unless we have some serious input for voting, I'm pretty sure we can call our book for September Death by Chocolate Cherry Cheesecake by Sarah Graves. And so that live stream will be September 29th at 7 p.m. So I'm pretty sure Death by Chocolate Cherry Cheesecake, which is such a mouthful, and I'm going to have to get used to saying that.
It's been how many months, right? It's been on the polls for a couple times, and I'm glad it's finally here. Finally
won. It was so close. I think for 2 months in a row, there was 1 month when it was a single percentage away from winning or having a tie or something. And so this book, y'all, you finally got it through. For a little while, I thought Murder in G minor or G major, I forget which one it is.
Yeah.
Major, minor. I thought that one was going to win for the longest time, but then this one pulled ahead and by a big margin.
A big margin, yeah.
So you guys, you have spoken. So unless there's a big influx of votes, I'm pretty sure that this is our book for September. So I made that link already for YouTube, so you can add that to your watch list, save it. I'm so proud of myself that I was able to do that, and I did it, before the live stream and everything. I was so proud. I was like, I did this. I planned ahead. So you guys can add that to your watch list. So September 29th, and you have plenty of time to get that book. So if there's any other questions, as I see, oh my gosh, more comments are popping up.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Ooh, this is so exciting. You guys are adorable. So, okay, the book again is Death by Chocolate Cherry Cheesecake by Sarah Graves. And what I'll do is every month I try and find all the outlets that sell the book, so make sure that it's available. I do check this too before I add the stuff to the polls. I always try and make sure it's available on multiple platforms and outlets. This way it's not just, a book that's in one location or really hard to find if it's, out of print or something like that. So I do check these things out. And so what I'll do is I'll post all the places you can buy it. I do know it's already available on Amazon. It's Kindle. They have the print version. So there are a few options available, but I'll post them all over on Twitter. And then Christmas, yes. So I've been working on this behind the scenes. So 12 days of cozies, December 1st through December 12th. So 12 days of all the coziness. So there's going to be a daily Twitter giveaway. And then every evening from 5 to 8. I did the breakdown. So 5 to 8, there's going to be reading sprints. So reading sprints in 20-minute increments. And then from 8 to 9, we're going to have some cozy authors join us to answer your questions, hang out, talk about all things cozy at Christmas. There's also going to be some Instagram challenges. So I've been working really, really hard on this, and I'm so excited. There's some behind the scenes things that I'm going to be really excited to show. I have been doing some stuff for you now that you can access. I shared it over on our Twitter, but I'll share it again. I made, I think you actually went and got one yourself. I did a landing page for 12 Days of Cozies, and if you sign up via that newsletter landing page, you get 3 bingo boards. I think you have one. I'm pretty sure.
I think I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not imagining this.
No, you're not imagining. No.
I'm like, did I imagine this? Because I know you're always like on your game. So I designed some bingo boards that are really, I mean, I was really happy with them. So there's some Christmas bingo boards you guys can have fun with now. So I designed those. But yeah, there's going to be 12 days of coziness over on Twitter, Instagram. I'm going to bring it to you. Christmas cozies for the win. We are going to be celebrating cozies. You mean like
we're gonna be so cozy is what we're gonna be.
Yeah. You're gonna be so snuggly and warm. I mean, there's a little gif where you got what's his name, Aziz, and he's from Parks and Recreation. I don't pronounce his name, but he's in the little bed. And he's like, I'm so cozy. That's what we're gonna do.
That will be all of us. That will be all of us.
You're gonna be so cozy. You're gonna have the book recommendations. There's giveaways. Authors are gonna be chatting. I will reveal that Vicki Delaney is gonna be our very first author on December 1st. I'll tell you that now. I will reveal that because she's my queen of Christmas cozies. So Julianne Lindsay is my queen of cozies because she's always knocking them out. But Vicki Delaney is my queen of Christmas cozies. She is, because she has her own Christmas series where it's just Christmas and Rudolph, New York all year round. It's Christmas town. So she's queen of Christmas cozies. So she's kicking things off for our author Twitter chat that day. So
excited.
One new things coming up. I know. So I'm trying to answer your question, but also leave it a little vague because what I'll do is I'll probably do an Instagram live to talk to you guys there and talk to you guys here on YouTube. So hopefully I can provide some more insights as we go. As I'm starting to lose my voice for the night. Where do we find out the... Excuse me. I was like, my voice is like, you're an introvert. You're using me too much. You need some help finding Christmas cozies. Oh, I'm going to get you covered, girl. You're good with that. Well, I'm going to help you. Oh, yeah. I want to make Christmas super fun. So I also... You know, for me, it's really fun because I don't always get to like do a lot of stuff for the holidays. You know, I have a small family. So for me, it's really, really fun, you know, celebrating Christmas with all my cozy companions. It's a lot of fun for me. I also love doing stuff to make people smile. You know, I sent out some of the letters just with some swag because of the events didn't take place.
So sweet. Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't just going to put it on the shelf. I was like, well, you know, I bought this. Like, yeah, we're going to, I want to share it. So yeah, I mean, I love doing stuff for you guys. So it's my honor. Okay. And Aziz Ansar, like, I don't want to mispronounce his name, but you guys know who I'm talking about.
Sorry. Yeah.
And then will there be Xmas merch? Well, I'm pretty sure you shared, you messaged me, but some people did share pictures. But yes, I did do a little something for our logo. If you are new to our book club, y'all were adorable. So the book club named our mascot. So we have Perlock instead of Sherlock. I love the name Perlock. And then our logo is Moriarty because it's a little teacup. And so Moriarty got a little bit of a makeover and he is ready for Christmas.
He's ready for Christmas. Yeah.
I love the logo design. The woman who designed the logo is so talented and so sweet. So I contacted her and I messaged her and said, hey, you know, everyone's loving the logo. We have a name. I told her, and she thought it was hysterical and adorable and cute. So there's a reason, like, we were meant to meet. So she did a little Christmas redesign. So eventually I will probably have to, change our little profile picture. Probably November, maybe. You're nodding, like, yeah.
Yeah. Whenever Hallmark's movies start, yeah.
Well, they had Christmas in July, so we can make it Christmas. So yeah, Maury already got a little bit of a makeover, so I can definitely do some Christmas merch if you want. I also, if you have a preference, you guys have to let me know because, again, like I do this for you. I actually don't. It's so funny because on Society 6, you have to earn money if you put something up. So I made the the profit margin is a penny for every item. It's hysterical. Like I went through to do the math to make sure like there was no profit because I just want you guys to have fun. Like I don't want you to think, oh, this is a business or something because it's not. So it's so funny. The profit margin is literally a penny. It's hysterical. But if you guys have a preference of Society 6 or Teespring or Zazzle, please let me know because I want to make sure it's the platform that you use and like. So just tell me whichever one you prefer. So I will do the Christmas merch. Just tell me where to put it. I can totally do that.
We want Christmas merch.
Oh, you guys are so cute. Vicki Delaney is adorable. She's really talented. And she writes as Eva Gates too. So if you didn't know that, please go add that book to your to-be read list because she's very talented with other series. Oh, you guys are adorable. I'm so glad you guys are excited. And that makes me happy. Yeah, this has been a rough year, so maybe all the coziness, all the more reasons to read cozies. See, we're gonna have all the cozy recs for everybody.
We are. We're just going to drop those recs.
I was gonna say, yeah, there's a reason why they're celebrating cozy, that Twitter account with all the book recs. I mean, we gotta celebrate cozies. We really do. So, do you have anything you're doing for your channel or your Instagram or Twitter that you want to mention?
Not really. I'm part of a reading group, so we read twice a month on Saturdays. And we used to meet up live when before COVID, but now we're just doing the Zoom. So it's Books, Beers, and Buddies. We used to meet up at a local bar, and we would all share like what we're reading, and then we all read for like an hour together. It was really cute. But
so maybe later on when COVID has died down a little bit, maybe you guys can join read live.
Yeah, it would be really. I miss it, but I can't wait for it. Yeah.
Aw. So sweet. And again, if you guys are not following him, you need to. And he has the best Twitter and Instagram handle. I love reading botany. I was like, is he a botanist? Oh, he must really like flowers and he must really like plants.
Yeah. And also my name's Ben, so it kind of worked, like I was like, oh, okay, all the bees, like.
So you guys got to follow him on Twitter and Instagram because he is absolutely so sweet and so kind and so positive. And I love that we now have positive. So seriously, if you guys are not following him, you're missing out. And all the cozy love and all the adorableness that is him.
Aww.
See, everyone's agreeing. You are there. Another B for you, best Ben.
Love it.
We get to have more puns and titles, but you guys are so sweet. And so, I mean, if anyone has any final comments, I think that this is the time before my voice dies off because, again, introvert is like, why are you using me so much? Thanks for positive. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Aw, cozy companions. Really are so adorable. I'm so happy we were able to do this tonight. I've been looking forward to this. Working on the dissertation takes a lot out of you. And, my computer crashed. It's been a long month of, having a new computer, getting things set up. So I've been looking forward to this for a while. And I knew I was going to finally get to talk to this wonderful human being. Again, I've been commenting back and forth with you forever. And so it's so great to actually talk with you.
Yeah, no, seriously, it's been so nice to actually just have a conversation. I was like, oh.
There's we got to go back to Twitter and there's that delay. It's just so sweet. So, I mean, this made me so happy. And he's adorable, right? We're totally keeping him. But, I mean, if anyone has any final thoughts, now is the time. Do you have anything you want to say?
Not really,
Oh, you're so
we've covered pretty much everything. Yeah. It's
okay. Well, I adore you and I appreciate you. And I'm so honored that you took time out of your day to speak with me and do this.
I'm honored. I'm so honored to be here. So thank you so much for having me, sharing this space. Yeah.
Well, you are welcome back anytime. And guys, I was like, had him. But you guys are so awesome. More cozy companions, sleuthers for the win. I'm so happy that you guys are able to join us and loved the book. I mean, you guys vote. I mean, I always take your votes seriously. So you guys chose this book, you voted for this book, and you loved it, which makes me so happy. So if you guys... next book in the series, I hope you keep reading them and enjoy them and just stay safe and healthy and just I hope you keep reading and enjoy everything. So thank you so much for watching and it's probably time to say goodnight, right?
Yeah.
Night, everybody.
Night, guys.